There's one insult on the internet you never want to be called.
What are your biggest controversies recently?
People are calling me a cuck. They're calling me cucko.
Okay, I don't think you're a cuck. Are you going to go with this?
Well, it does seem kind of stupid.
But after all of that, I'm also famous for cuck holding. That's correct. Grow scored the cuck. Yo, yeah, I'm right up there with Destiny, baby, and Sneeko.
But as you'll see with all of these YouTubers, there's much more than meets the eye. And the best example is the one that shocked people the most, Adam22. Adam is in a long-term relationship with the adult film actress Lena the Plug, and as her boyfriend and then husband, it made sense for him to be the man in any intimate scenes.
I met Adam right before I actually launched my private Snapchat. And so he's always been the person in all of my content just because he was the person I was having sex with. So I turned him into a star, even though usually it's like the boyfriend turning the girlfriend into the star.
Right. Despite having entirely separate careers, Adam and Lena both had a largely male audience, so it made sense to synergize their brands. In 2021, they launched Plug Talk, where they interviewed a famous adult actress and had a threesome with that actress afterward. Soon, Adam was asked if there would ever be a threesome with Lena and another man.
Ever have a dude be in your scenes?
No. We got a one-way thing going here.
One-way thing.
I mean, we're monogamous in our private lives, and then we do it on camera with other girls.
Right.
I got too much money to have her getting dunked by some fucking linebacker. I can't do it.
Should I use that same logic on you? I've got too much money to let my man do this.
If you want to cancel Plug Talk,
And this clip has not aged well at all. In May of 2023, they got married, but a month later, things took a surprising turn.
So I've been with my girl for 7 years. We just got married. We're not in an open relationship, but from a perspective, we shoot with other girls, stuff like that, right?
Yeah. But no other guys is busting her.
Well, you guessed it. Over the weekend,
Something like that happened.
she filmed her first ever scene with another man.
I know you was mad.
Lena then released a teaser video where she was wearing very suggestive clothing, and the adult film actor Jason Love walked in and greeted her. This video was captioned, "It finally happened," and the tweet promised fans that a video was dropping on July 13th. This on its own resulted in a lot of pushback for Adam. But what really drew in the cuck accusations was that Adam seemed very excited about this video. A cuck is not just someone who allows his wife or girlfriend to sleep with other men, definition-wise here, but someone who also seems to enjoy it as well. Adam tweeted, "6 days till the world gets to see my wife get her back blown out." In another video, Lena claimed that this was her wedding gift.
You guys, my husband finally gave me my wedding gift, and he's here right now.
Congratulations.
This is a good gift.
Okay.
Adam then tweeted this photo and captioned it with, "Why do people keep tweeting this at me?" He then tweeted this photo, which was very graphically captioned, "5 days left till everyone gets to see a large man vaporize my wife's V." Jason Love was also an interesting choice too. In the bizarre world of cuckoldry, there's often a racial aspect to it where a lot of white men like the idea of a black male being intimate with their partner. However, Adam and Lena still maintain that this was technically not, quote, cuck behavior.
Okay, I don't think you're a cuck. Are you going to go with this?
Well, it does seem kind of stupid to
The cuck,
deny.
okay, so there's the cuck thing is different because cucks are supposed to be weak and
They're
they
humiliated.
want to be
Yes.
made to feel lesser, and I don't think that that's you. I think that there's like the more swinging side of things where it's like you are turned on by your wife enjoying someone, and then she comes back to you, and you guys enjoy your own personal experiences more with each other because she did that.
Right.
Lena claimed that they're a loving couple and have a shared interest in being freaky.
You just mentioned it on the podcast, so now I can talk about it. That we had a threesome early in our relationship with another guy, and that was just like, we went out, we partied, we had like a really fun, hot experience, and we were always kind of down for like a little bit of freaky things.
But Adam learned the harsh lesson that once you are hit with the cuck label, it almost stays with you forever. In fact, getting your wife to defend you and say you're not a cuck could even be viewed as cuck behavior. As well as being a specific, quote, kink, being a cuck is also an umbrella term for a man who's submissive towards his female partner. The bigger question is, why on earth would Adam do this to himself? Well, it might not be a coincidence that in March of 2023, big names on No Jumper like T-Rel and AD left the podcast under acrimonious terms. AD specifically left because Richard Spencer was invited onto the show, who also organized the now infamous Unite the Right rally in Charlottesville in 2017. Adam's main justification was that Spencer had since changed his views drastically since then and was on the podcast to have his views challenged in a debate with the liberal streamer Destiny. But whatever way you want to spin what happened, No Jumper lost many subscribers in March of 2023 and was going through a tough time period, admitted by Adam himself. So this Cuck controversy served as a smokescreen for all the other controversies, but also prevented No Jumper from becoming irrelevant too. On top of that, this basically skyrocketed Lena's career in the adult industry even further than they already were, and her video was the #1 searched on damn near every adult platform. Above all, Adam seemed to support the argument that everyone has a price, and although people might say that no amount of money can make them do this, Adam admits that it was the sheer volume of money involved that made him swallow his pride.
What's the number, dude? I want to know the number.
I can't tell you.
Above 10?
10 million?
Yeah.
Wow, you're really thinking big.
I'm thinking big.
No
so you did this for a couple $1 million?
No comment. I didn't do anything. She did it.
You had to allow
She's
something.
the one who got reupholstered.
Yeah, but you had now you're in this situation that like you're never going to be out of.
I didn't even really know that there was going to be like any significant windfall in my direction from this, but like in terms of plug talk, in terms of like just our content talking about it, like nobody has ever made as much as I made last month ever on Snapchat, according to him, from talking about this.
And this was not a once-off monetary figure, but a cash cow. Later that year, Adam launched the show For the Love of Lena, where other men compete for his wife's affection.
Oh, he's handsome.
He's pretty hot, I'm not gonna lie. Hi.
Do you believe in love at first sight? Or should I walk through that door again?
You know, I think I'm already convinced.
I'm thugger.
I love the confidence. Describe his smell for me.
He washes multiple times a day, and
Adam was playing up to the Cuck persona, but was also literally allowing Lena to do scenes with other men. In October, Adam was unavailable to do Plug Talk, so Reckless filled in for him. And over 2 years later, Adam is still making money from this controversy. As a final act of closure, Adam is supposedly going to have a boxing match with Jason Love and said that nobody will ever be able to call him a cuck again after this. Ultimately, Adam could afford to do all this because he hasn't really placed his manhood or being manly as an essential part of his brand. For Sneeko, meanwhile, getting called a cuck became almost an existential crisis. In December of 2021, Sneeko appeared on the Peer-to-Peer podcast, where he opened up about how he and his girlfriend Maria had an open relationship.
The arrangements of our open relationships, like I can go and like once in a while use a condom and like, you know, one night stands, whatever. And then she can go on dates, but she doesn't have with them. She just likes to be taken out on dates. How did you
negotiate that?
Sneeko and his girlfriend then watched the show Sex Life on Netflix, where there was a swingers party and they decided to go to one themselves. Sneeko claimed that if he was getting with other women, it was only fair that Maria got to be with other men.
So we go in there with the mentality that whatever happens inside that party, it just stays at the party. Like, yeah. And so I saw her, I've seen her with other men, and it's just like that. You've
seen it?
Yeah, I saw like literally right.
I can't be an open relationship.
And here's where Sneeko did something that has confused a lot of people.
That's balance. So if it's gonna happen, I might as well see it, supervise it, make sure everything's okay.
Wait, what? No, you didn't have to jump to that conclusion.
Well, it's worse. I'm saying right now. It's worse if it happens behind my back. Like I don't want it.
It's not. But y'all both knowing that it's happening.
So it's never behind your back anymore. You just gotta know.
I gotta see it.
It don't need to be literally in front of you.
It was literally like this far away from me.
Can you? What?
Sneeko talked about this as a traumatic experience, but also recommended it.
But I think it's something everybody should do just to test.
No!
You know what?
No!
I think you should.
I may smack a nigga.
I said the same before.
It's gonna be a angry, mad, naked in that bitch.
Bro, like you don't want to be that couple. You know, you don't want to be toxic.
I'll be that couple.
Because
wait, what? You don't want to be what couple?
It's a part. Whatever happens there,
I just won't go. You're right.
I think you should go through that trauma.
No.
And the bigger problem was that this footage was released around the same time that Sneeko began to fully embrace the red pill community and promote what people felt like was traditional masculinity, which definitely didn't align with that. Here he is making fun of Noah Samsen.
This guy's sitting in there like, it's so predictable. The classic soy boy lib with an Instagram cat page and your f***ing mustache and you're 30.
And here's Sneeko mocking Hamza for stretching before exercising.
Bro, get the bro. That's crazy. Imagine if I made these videos. Would you still respect me? In short shorts?
So Sneeko got a lot of pushback, more so because there was an obvious double standard here. And because he regularly got called a cuck in his chat, he almost always had to talk about it.
Are you on a press tour to talk about this right now?
No, bro, no. I wanted to just talk about it once, like mad long
And
ago.
get it over with.
And now since I started streaming, like I get all these haters and like, he's a cuck. And like these people are like watching my videos and watching.
But are they hate watching you? Or like, are they kind of like?
I have a lot of hate watching.
Ultimately, this swinger party undermined everything he said on masculinity.
Okay, I just gotta say something. You can't ever call someone a cuck after that, because like that's your fetish. That's your fetish. That's what you're into. And if that's what you're into, that's great. That's fine. Like, you could be into that, and that's great. I don't understand it. It's not for me. But also, but you're like calling Noah a soy boy. You know what I mean? Like, you can't use the terminology.
And even to this day, Sneeko's still battling the cuck allegations. He was recently invited to the Adam 22 Jason Love boxing match, but doesn't think it would be a good look.
Adam 22 texted me yesterday, and he told me to come to the fight. I don't know when it is. I kind of don't want to go because the whole fight is about how they're going to make jokes about Adam 22 being a cuck. And just in proximity, I'm going to catch a stray that I would like to avoid.
The fact is that YouTubers are living their real lives online, and some of it feeds into online narratives. With Destiny, though, he had a very complicated relationship with his wife, Melina, and slowly fell into the trap of being called a cuck forever. When Destiny first met his Swedish wife, or ex-wife, Melina, he was anything but a cuck, and was somewhat jokingly referred to as a, quote, alpha male. Here you can see Destiny blatantly stealing Melina from her then-boyfriend.
To try some wines.
Okay. Can we...
And then we got super drunk.
We need to... No.
No,
we're not drunk. Let me explain what happened.
He's like...
This one is drunk, and that guy is...
No, it's not true. You're drunk.
So, right now, I'm babysitting these two guys, because they're very drunk. So, I'm trying to make sure that they become sober, right? Mm-hmm. You want to be sober? Okay.
Destiny and Melina then became a couple, and would eventually get married, but were not exclusive either.
The only relationships I've ever done has been open relationships since I was like in high school, because I didn't really understand like why wouldn't you be able to like do other things with other people, but then just like have your main partner basically.
And Destiny tried to defend this and say that this was actually a sign of how secure he was in his relationship.
The reason why I'm in a poly relationship is because I don't give a fuck if my girlfriend goes and fucks another guy, because I know she's coming back to me at the end of the night.
However, other clips suggested that he was anything but comfortable with Melina being seen with other men.
Give him a little kiss on the cheek.
Okay. Hold on, wait. I'm not okay with it.
Ew, you licked it. Who licked somebody's face?
That's me.
She just licked his face.
That's okay.
4. Okay. So we're just doing salsa. We're just going.
Yep. Okay. Yeah?
Yeah. See?
Is that okay? Yeah.
Destiny's not like Sneeko, where manliness has anything to do with his brand. However, Destiny became very popular for debating conservatives, so this became a very common insult.
It takes like 30 minutes,
and you're good to go.
It takes like 30 minutes to find out how big of a cuckold you are.
I'm glad you like viewing your
shit. It literally takes so little.
She makes a lot of money off guys like you, dude. It makes me happy.
I know. So think about that. You're trading money so dudes can bang your wife.
And what really made Destiny a figure of fun was the fact that his wife was stolen from him by this guy.
What's your name?
Melina.
Can you get me laid?
Yeah.
When?
Today.
With?
Your mom.
I don't want that. Wait, who's my mom?
Me.
Of course, this became a huge drama online, and Destiny's knee-jerk reaction was to expose Melina online. However, Destiny spoke to a therapist and was convinced that he should approach this in a different way. The problem was that what his therapist recommended him to do was something that the internet would inevitably deem as cuck behavior.
As much as I think she's made some deplorable decisions over the past few months, I just don't think it's very fair for me to I'm going to do the manifesto and just completely on her and dump everything on blah, blah, blah. Which is absolutely cucked. And I understand that. And I understand that I'll tell you, and listen, if you want to blame anybody, blame my therapist, because yesterday I was very close to doing a huge, like, we're going to talk about a lot of then I had I had a really long chat with my therapist, or our therapist, I guess, to try to like sort out my feelings, what I want in the future going forward, like what I think is like the best thing to do. And I basically completely 180'd after that conversation. And I'm like, I probably shouldn't take our whole relationship and then make it public. If for no other reason, basically what I'm looking to do is shit on Mel and attack her reputation to salvage mine, which I could do, but like, I don't know. I see obviously she's getting a ton of negative comments in all of her social medias, which sucks. The other guy is too. I don't care about him. He can kill himself. But my goal here shouldn't be to I just don't think it's appropriate to do that. And Mel has never done that to me, to be fair. She's vague tweeted before, but there is no reason for sorry. I of all the possible paths today that I discussed with a lot of people, I basically took the most cucked route.
Destiny fell into the broader definition of a cuck, where he was a pushover and let his wife walk over him, whilst also allowing her to get cracked by other dudes. Gross Gore, meanwhile, is one of the very few examples of someone openly admitting that he loved the literal kink of cuckoldry. Gross Gore is a long-time gaming streamer from the original YouTube days of RuneScape, and then onto League of Legends, and more so personality-based as well, and often known for straddling the lines of being funny and engaging in very odd behavior. In one stream, he tried to offer his then sister, who was not 18, for some bread.
You've had no money. Why don't you get a Patreon? A Patreon. You don't know what Patreon is. All the girls are doing it. It's a good idea. Hi there. Just put your Patreon. I live in a caravan. I'm 16 and beautiful. I've got no job. I don't go to school.
In March of 2021, Gross Gore famously asked his audience to roast him on Reddit, and his fans listed all of the allegations of misconduct that were leveled against him throughout the years. Twitch was suddenly given an entire dossier of inappropriate behavior and just permanently banned him because of this Reddit thread. Turkey Tom did a deep dive on this subject with Augie RFC, and Augie described how Twitch permabans can go in two different ways.
One of the mini streamers who, once they got banned off Twitch, streamers get two paths, right? You get banned and it almost like rejuvenates your career, or you fall off into irrelevancy.
Right.
Well, unfortunately for Gross Gore, he really he didn't just fall off. He hit rock bottom, beyond rock bottom.
Yes, he is mentally and literally cucked.
After Gross Gore's ban, he released multiple vlogs about his financial difficulties.
The cost of living in the UK is freaking high, which is just a worry. Everything's going up. We're talking energy prices, gas and electric. Petrol prices are going up. They're increasing national insurance on people. My car tax is going up. Like, food is going up. There's bills coming out everywhere. It's like, bro, I can't catch a break. So, like, every day I'm living, it's like in panic mode, in anxiety mode. Like, I have to freaking stream every day, even if I'm making. And some days I stream 7 hours a day, sometimes more, sometimes a little less, maybe 6 or 5 hours, minimum of 5 hours. And sometimes I'm like, bro, sometimes I scrape like even making £100. I mean, there's been easily like 8 or 9 or 10 streams where I've made under £100.
Gross Gore's ex-girlfriend Rachel had a Patreon account where she shared intimate content, and this was after having left him and having a child together. So Gross Gore tried to guilt his then current girlfriend Safi into setting up an OnlyFans account of her own. Safi, meanwhile, saw straight through this behavior.
And that's, that sounds like you're guilt tripping, right?
No, I'm not trying to guilt trip you, but that is fact.
No,
that
but that's, you see how that's manipulative, the way that you just worded that.
How is that manipulative? That is fact. I have to.
You're making it sound like scraping by is a bad thing, which...
No, it is a bad thing.
Yes,
Scraping by sucks. Scraping by sucks dick. It does. It sucks.
That is guilt tripping. That is.
Well, sorry, but if that's how you... if you're getting guilty over that, that's your doing.
However, Safi eventually set up an OF, and Gross Gore assured his audience that it was her decision.
I just wanted to say that, firstly, she decided to make the account. I wanted her to do it half a year ago. And then recently she wanted to do it, so she went and did it.
However, the dynamic in this relationship suddenly shifted.
And yeah, the current split right now is she gets 100% of her money because it's her business, and I get none. And I'm totally fine with that. Like before, I was doing an Andrew Tate, like, hey, 50-50. But then I realised, okay, that's her business and I've got my own business.
And this relationship shift ultimately led to this now infamous video.
One of the things I want to be talking about today is cuckery, okay? Because I know right now on the internet, the term cuck is used as an insult. Why? Like, people use it as like the biggest slur on the internet. Like, I would say being called a cuck is pretty much the biggest insult you can call someone. But recently, I've kind of just indulged into my fantasies, and I'm not embarrassed, and it's just who I am.
But unlike Adam22, these cuck streams did not make him relevant again. In fact, they only made his core fan base lose whatever respect they had left for him. So Gross Gore, to save face, claimed that he made everything up.
Clearly what's happened is you idiots out there that actually believe that cuck bullshit have lost respect for me, and now you don't watch me, and now everywhere I fucking go, people are saying, oh, Gross Cuck, Cuck Gore. Like, bro, I've tricked you all. You're all idiots who are going to believe that bollocks. I legit do it because I find it funny and I see people on the internet talking about me. But clearly it's not working, and that's the truth.
As well as thinking people might find it funny, he also claims that he was playing into the fantasies of his viewers.
The whole cuck thing, and I say this every day on stream in the chat room for it, it was a joke, and people aren't going to think it was, you know, but it was a joke. And the reason I did it was because we were doing OF at the time, and it was funding our business. People just coming over, they've got their fantasies and dropping subs and paying a lot of money. There's no cuck content on there. There isn't any. There never will be, because it's not what we're into. And I played up to it, and then one day Safi said, this is getting annoying now. People, you know, can we stop this? I said, sure, and we stopped, and I got the stream.
But another UK YouTuber, True Geordie, is the closest example of someone doubling down and admitting that they're a cuck. In 2019, True Geordie was on the road to becoming really the UK version of Joe Rogan. However, a series of leaked DMs surfaced which completely contradicted not only his image, but his macho personality. These appeared all over the internet, and here's the YouTuber MMA Guru mockingly reading them out.
So, heart emojis from the female, then True Geordie. You can have whatever you want, like. Even if you're telling me to remove my penis so you can have the bigger dick while I'm f***ing you. I will obey no matter how humiliating that is, because you can have whatever you desire. Want to know a secret, pet? And then the girl says, tell me. And he goes, I have a bigger dick that I haven't even used yet. And then the female goes, bigger? Oh, Jesus. He says, I love it so much. And then she goes, did you really enjoy it? And he goes, so much for so many reasons, like. And then she goes, oh, what reasons? And then he goes in on a massive paragraph and he says, well, I like pleasing you, pet, because I love you. I love the way your ass looks. So big and juicy, and then there's something blurred out. Oh, so big and juicy. It drives me wild. The way it feels as my face sinks in between the big cheeks and your butt opens up for my tongue to delve deep in as my face gets covered in juice. And then some other that he types as well. And it gets blurred out. She's blurred it out. Love cleaning it out and the way it tastes. It makes me feel so degraded having to clean you, like a form of worship.
Then things got racially charged.
Oh no, this one is so weird. How does it feel having that big black inside you? Does bigger feel better? And then she blurs out her response. Then he goes, would it be okay if I sucked it after it's been in you?
True Geordie basically owned up to sending these messages online. He said that these events did not happen in real life, but he liked sending these types of messages.
Okay, sometimes you just go down a road, dirty messages flying back and forth. You just want to say the sickest shit possible, that you can outdo each other a little bit. It doesn't mean there's going to be like any videos of this coming out. It didn't actually, you know what I'm saying?
Sometimes you go down a brown road, right?
So, as well as the YouTubers that have ulterior motives to being a cuck, maybe financial, or got trapped into being one, there are some that plain and simply just do it for the love of the game.